This is so amazing. So you just upload transcript file and then you get your titles generated, and then it also generates you tags, and also it generates chapter suggestions, and finally it also generates thumbnail that you can directly use it in your YouTube. Let's say you have an idea and you want to convert the idea into a product. So in order to convert the idea into a product, do you need to have coding knowledge? The short answer is no. If it's a really simple idea, you can create a simple applications just by using prompts with AI tools. And today I'm going to show you how you can create a simple application using Gemini and one more tool called Replit. So we are going to use these two AI tools to generate a small application. And we will do market analysis, pain point analysis, and we are going to use Gemini as our conversational partner where it can ask us questions to even identify the problems we have not even thought about. It basically helps you validate your idea, think more about how the user interface should look like and how the user will interact with the application. And all these things, you don't have to have it in your mind. You just have to have a single problem statement, and we are going to derive every single things through Gemini. And the other tool we are going to use is called Replit. Replit is a AI tool where you can provide prompts to create applications directly without coding. And the other advantage of using Replit is if you still want to make some adjustment to the coding directly, you can still do it. So it is a short introduction, but before I go into my video, I'm just going to explain you in short what I have created and why I have created. So recently I started making YouTube videos, and one of the problems I faced or I was lazy to do was after shooting my YouTube videos, I need to think about the title, I need to think about tags, and then also the description and timestamps. So I thought, what if I have a AI tool that can do everything for me? I just have to upload my transcript and it analyzes my transcript, generate or provide me some ideas how a cool SEO optimized title might look like. It can generate tags for my YouTube video, and at the same time, it can also provide some suggestions for the timestamp. And this is what we are going to build. So that's all for the short introduction. I will first show you how the end product will look like, and we'll go step by step how to build the application. So this is how I have envisioned my product idea, YouTube video optimizer. Basically, I can copy paste my transcript here, or I can upload it as a text or SRT file. The difference between the text and SRT file is that in SRT file, we'll have a timestamp. And when I click on generate, the timestamps has to be cleaned and then further used for generating titles and tags. So the second section is title suggestions. Here I have possibility to choose between catchy and engaging title or informative question based, or it can also be direct and clear. And then number of titles desired, keywords to be included, keywords to be excluded, everything can be inputted, and number of tags to be generated. This is the tag section. And once I click on generate suggestions, then titles will be generated, which can be directly copied from here. And also tags are generated, and the relevant timestamps for each chapter is also automatically generated. We will see that in action. So in order to generate this particular application, I'm using Google Gemini and then Replit for developing the application. The important thing is here we are not going to use single line of code. We are going to provide Gemini with our idea, and then it is going to brainstorm with us. So it can provide us prompts that can be directly copy pasted into Replit, and it can generate the application. This is what we are going to do. Before that, I will just provide a small introduction. So I'm using Gemini 2.5 Flash, which is the free version. And the first thing now we have to do is create our character. So I have inputted the following prompt. Hi, Jamie, I have heard that you are an expert in market analysis and you help people solve their problem by understanding their pain points by asking and providing suggestions. The one thing I particularly like about you is that you have the clarity and help to identify problem even unknown to the user. You are also well known not for hallucinating. So when you don't know the answer, you will say, I don't know. And your expertise lies in the fact that you help people build software solution, particularly with Replit, without knowing single line of coding just by using prompts. So here I define the character in three important steps. First, I have provided a persona. So Jamie is the persona who is an expert market analyst and help people solve their problems. Second thing is I have provided the model with the freedom so that it doesn't hallucinate. So when it doesn't know an answer, it can say, I don't know. I'm okay with it. And it can also ask more questions so that it has deep understanding before providing a solution. I felt Gemini really did a good job here. And the third thing is I have defined a role. So Jamie is an expert with Replit and helps people build software solutions. So these are the three characteristics I have provided to the model. With this, let's see what it has provided. So it's basically a summary of the prompt, and it has highlighted that its core strength lies in in-depth market analysis and pain point identification, clarity and problem solving. It's non-hallucinatory and it has deep understanding, and it provides solution only if it understands the problem. And it's also expert in Replit, so it can help us generate software solutions using Replit. And finally, it is also few shot prompting expert. This is basically the character definition of Jamie. And with that, we can now go to the step number 2, where we have to formulate our idea. Now I have to write my problem statement. I'll say, okay, I am a YouTube content creator. So the idea number 1 is basically the problem which I'm facing, which is once I have my video, I need a solution where I can upload my transcript, and the solution should analyze the script and suggest me some titles and tags based on my request, and it also should create timestamp. So it's mentioned as timeline, but it's actually timestamp, and Gemini clearly understood my intentions. Following that, I also had a second idea. Once the video is uploaded, then it should analyze the video and compare it with the other videos within my channel, so that it can provide me with feedbacks for further improvements, like feedback for script writing, storytelling, b-rolls placement, communication, and camera confidence. I mean, this is the idea I had in mind, but right now we are just implementing the first idea or the MVP here. Now Gemini says, okay, that's an excellent set of ideas. Particularly, it will be helpful for new YouTube content creators. Let's first analyze idea number 1. And so it just provides a summary of the prompt I have provided. And then we are going to now do something called pain point analysis. This is step number 3. So we have first created the character, we have formulated the idea. Now let's do some pain point analysis. So these are the questions it has asked. Now we'll try to answer it one by one. I'm just saying let's focus on idea number 1 and build our MVP first, and let's focus on idea 2 later. For transcript, it should be possible to upload the text file and also SRT file, or you can directly copy paste the transcript. And it should also have a checkbox with an option where if I click on the checkbox, it has to analyze with an AI model for grammar and spelling mistake and correct those things. For title suggestions, I'm just provide the most common and widely successful title styles in YouTube and provide it in a drop down box. I should be able to select which kind of title style I want to use for my video, and then the user can also input number of titles, and he wants to get it generated. And then there should be also an input box where the user can include what kind of keywords should the title have, and also an input box where what kind of keywords should be excluded from the title. And for tags, there should be an input box where I can provide number of tags required, and the tag should be of the following format. So hash and then tag, and everything should be comma separated because it's easy to copy paste it in the tag section in YouTube. And for chapter suggestions, it should make use of key phrases and keywords. It has to identify it directly from the transcript and then segregate it so that the audience can easily understand what each section mean. And the timestamp should also have a brief description. Then finally, user interface, I should have a more structured layout where I can copy paste the output in the solution directly into my YouTube channel. For technology and underlying logic, I need an AI model that can analyze the script and provide me the summary. And if there are spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, it can solve those things based on rules from the user. Now we are done with our brainstorming session. Now let's see how Gemini helps us build the application. So it has basically summarized everything what we have provided in the prompt. So like what should be the user interface, how the title should be configured, tags, and backend logic, and so on. And so here it has mentioned, okay, let's use Google Gemini API for further processing of it. But I already have an open API subscription, so which I would like to use. I don't want to use Google Gemini here. And this is something I have mentioned. So I have a Replit paid version, and I want to use OpenAI API key. So create prompts based on that. I think Gemini has understood everything. I think most of you are particularly waiting for this section. Now, step 1, create a new Replit project and set the project. So I'll go back. I'm going to select interactive data app with Streamlit and Python. So the prompt here just says that we need to build a simple web application using Streamlit that shows the title and also a big text box where user can enter the transcript, and also there should be a possibility to upload a txt or srt file. So let's copy and paste it here. start building. So it is also asking for some other features, whether I need to add transcript processing and optimization functionality. Yes, I think it's good. Then implement grammar and spell check, add export option for process transcript, and also include analytics and insights if there's video content. I have checked in all the checkboxes. I approve plan, and it should start building now. Now we have our output. We have our basic section where we can paste our transcript if needed, and there is also a section where we can directly drag and drop our txt or srt file. I think the close file, and then we can directly select one. There is also a checkbox where we can select the checkbox if you need to reformat the grammar and spell check. So this is step number 3, where we want to update the app so that it can read the transcript from the text box, or if the transcript is uploaded as a text or SRT file. But the important thing is, if it's a SRT file, then it has to extract only the text out of it, and the timestamps has to be deleted. This is what we are going to provide it in this prompt. So I just copy it again, go to my agent, and then paste it. Okay, and let's run it. So now it's asking for an open API key. I already have an OpenAI subscription. So basically, I will go to my platform.openai.com and go into settings, where I can generate a new key. It will be called YouTube Video Optimizer, and yeah, create secret key. So I will copy my secret key. Done. And now I go to Replit and paste my secret key and say continue. So now the output has been generated, and we see generate suggestions button. I don't want to test something right now because we need sections for title and also for tags. So let's wait. So now let's start with the next prompt. We'll go back to my Gemini, and then I'll ask, step 3 is done. Let's move to step 4. And then it provides me a new prompt for step 4. So with this prompt, what we are going to do is, if the checkbox is clicked, so what we are going to do in step 4 is, if the checkbox, that is the reformat checkbox, is selected, the app should ask the AI to fix grammar and spelling mistakes if something is there without changing the context, and it should also show the corrected version. Now I copy the step 4 and paste it here. Now step 4 is implemented. So first we will go to the next prompt, create the title section and also the tag section, and finally we will run the generate suggestions. So now scrolling down, step 4 is done. Provide me step number 5. So I'll come here. In step number 5, we are going to create YouTube titles. So it has to provide an input where we can select styles, and then we can also enter number of titles we have to generate, keywords to be included, keywords to be excluded, and everything has to be sent to the AI so that it can generate the titles. Copy the prompt and go back to my Replit where I can paste it. The prompt is a bit big, so it does paste as a file and not directly in the chat box. So I'll execute it. Great. Now we have our title suggestion sections. So here, if you can see, we have drop-down box like catchy and engaging, informative and SEO, question-based, tagged and clear. Here you can also enter number of titles desired, keywords to be included and keywords to be excluded. The next step, we are going to create a section where we can generate tags. So the user can basically input number of tags he wants to get it generated, and the tags will be outputted with hash in front of it and comma separated. So I'll go back to Gemini, and then now I ask, okay, provide me the next step, please. And this is the prompt for generating the tag section. I copy and then paste it here. So now the agent has completed generating the application, and so yeah, our tag section is also created, and now you can basically input number of tags, and when you click on generate suggestions, it should create the inputted number of tags. So now we are in the final part where we want to create chapters or timestamps based on our transcript. And after each chapter, there should also be a small description which just explains what does this chapter contain. So now I can go to Google Gemini, and then I'll ask for next step. So I'll just copy the prompt here, come back to my agent and paste it. This is my prompt, and when I click on enter, so it was also asking for some other options, like whether I want to create an video thumbnail generator or add transcript export. So there are also some other options, multi-language support for transcript. And I thought, okay, this is a bit cool. Let's implement a video thumbnail generator. And let's see how this is something not included our MVP, but I think it's a cool idea and I just want to give it a try. So there is also a new section where it says, okay, thumbnail generator configuration. I can select options, how the thumbnail should look like, and I can also generate it with face or an avatar. It's a bit more than what we have envisioned for our MVP. Now it's time to test what we have built right now. So I will select open in a new tab. Now our application is ready and it's ready to get tested. So I will go to browse files. I have prepared already a transcript for it called Blue Ocean Strategy. Just select the transcript. The transcript is uploaded and I want to have a question based title suggestion which has Blue Ocean in it. And then I need to create 5 titles and number of tags I will also input as 5. So, and it should have modern and clean, and it should be dark and neon. So it should also have Blue Ocean Strategy as text. So let's go and click on generate suggestions. So yeah, it's done. It's already done. It's so fast. What we have is 5 titles and each title have Blue Ocean in it, as you can see. And all the 5 titles are question answer based because we have selected as question based. And coming back, it has also generated tags like Blue Ocean Strategy, Value Innovation, Strategy Canvas, Action Framework, and Non-Customer Segments. So these are the keywords I had in my transcript, used my transcript to generate these tags. And then it has also created chapters: introduction, red ocean versus blue ocean, value innovation, strategy canvas, 4 action framework. And near the tags, it has also clearly explained what this section is all about. So a small description of what this section is about. And I mean, this is amazing. So then we also have an AI generated thumbnails. It's not so clean, but at the same time, it's not so bad. So you can also download the thumbnail and directly use it in the YouTube. This is just a prototype, but I feel a great value further expanding this as an application. So now what I also have included later in this section is a place where we can upload and save our API key, so that every time we reload the application, the API key is not lost. So this is why we have to save our API key, and there is also a possibility if the API key is too old, or if you want to use some other model, you can always delete the API key and then upload a new API key. And here there is a possibility to save the transcripts. That means you can just say view and the transcript is directly loaded, so you don't have to upload it every single time. If you have an existing transcript that is already uploaded to the solution, you can reuse it. And you can also edit the transcript directly. You can also make changes directly here or delete the transcript. So these are some functionalities I have also added, and I find the application is really cool because we have not even done a single line of code, and we just had a rough idea and we used Gemini and then Replit to completely build the application from top to bottom with just few prompts. And even for Replit, all the prompts were generated by Gemini. This is amazing. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you have learned something new from this. And if you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe to my channel and like it. This helps me to grow my channel. So if you have some idea that you want to see, also comment it in the below section. We can also try to build something out of it.